Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Anjan, Arshia, Akash, Mayank, Muskan, Nutan, Sibam, Sonam, Sunita, Swastika, Tanupriya, Uttam, Vishal, and Mili. Good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about technical reports, but before that, let's talk about the confusion in our previous class. In our previous class, there was a confusion how can you protect your idea whenever you are proposing your idea to some other organization, and if they don't give you the credit, so how can you protect, right? So there was a confusion. Now the solution is yes. There are two solutions. First is you can simply apply for a patent. You have to go through a legal process. It's just like copyright. Okay, but copyright cannot protect your idea. It can protect some technical designs, books, novels, and yes, videos, musics, and all. But it cannot protect your idea. So, if you want to protect your idea, you can apply for a patent in the court. Okay, you have to go through the legal process, and you can protect your idea. And another solution is, don't reveal everything in your proposal. Obviously you have to provide all the detailed information, but there will be different stages. So in the initial stage, don't reveal everything. When you are sure that yes, they will accept your proposal, then finally you can reveal your idea. You can provide complete information, but in the initial stage, don't reveal everything. Okay, and in the meantime, you have to apply for the patent. And if you get the patent for your idea, then obviously you can protect your idea. Okay, it's just like copyright. Okay, so I hope that the problem is solved now. Is there any confusion now? Mayank, Anuj, Anjali.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
That's clear.
Okay. Okay. Okay, then. Now the problem is solved. Now let's discuss about technical reports. So technical report is very essential in professional communication. At your workplace, you have to write technical reports. So technical report is very important. What is technical report? It is generally a statement about something that happened in the past. Okay, it's a formal piece of writing. We all know that. And whenever we write technical report, it is always written with a specific purpose, sorry. And it is always written in an organized manner. It has some structure, and there are different types of so obviously different types of reports, and for different types of reports there are different structures. We are going to discuss each and every structure you can follow while writing these reports. Okay, so what is a technical report? It is a formal piece of writing. It is always written in an organized manner, and it has a specific purpose. Okay. Okay, now here you can see the purpose of technical reports are written here. Reports are written to analyze a situation, like interpretive report. We are now going to discuss in detail what is interpretive report, what is inspection report, formal, informal, memo, letter, and all. So I'm giving you an example. So analyze a situation. In an interpretive report, we have to provide detailed information. In that case, reports are written to analyze the situation, we can say. Second, reports are written to offer an alternative method of operation. Well, alternative method of operation like memorandum, we are now going to discuss in detail. Next is study the growth rate of a company. Yes, study the growth rate of a company like inspection report, and enable the reader to access key data easily in the like enable the reader to access the key data. Okay. For example, informative report, you can say. There they can, if they get information, then they can easily access the key data. Okay. Now, what are the significances of technical report? Reports enable the authorities to take timely decisions. They can be helpful in creating awareness. It serves as a record of facts. It facilitates the flow of information to ensure smooth execution. Okay, very simply written, so no need to analyze, I think. You all can understand. Okay, now need to explain. Technical reports can be classified into, at first, okay, technical reports can be classified into two categories: informal reports and formal reports. Okay, now informal reports can be classified into two types: letter report and memo report. It's also called memorandum. Formal report can be classified into three categories: informational report, interpretive report. Here you can see. Informational report, interpretive report, and periodic report or routine report. Routine reports can be classified into five categories: progressive report, laboratory report, inspection report. I'm going to give you a sample copy of each. Progress report, laboratory report, inspection report, inventory report, and annual or confidential report. Now, at first come to informal reports. Sorry. Okay. So, informal reports. When should we write informal report and when should we write formal reports? At first, we have to understand. Now, informal reports is written generally to fulfill an immediate requirement where no need to elaborate analysis, where we don't have to analyze elaborately, or no need to present anything, just to fulfill an immediate requirement. Like, I'm giving you an example. Suppose the head of the organization, like managing director, we can say. So suppose the director of an organization, the director wishes to know the current status of the employees, how they are working or not, or the director wants to know about the current status of the growth of the organization, or the current status of the production of the organization. Okay, in that case, what is needed? Immediate requirement is to know the current status. So there is no need to analyze elaborately and all. In that case, informal reports can be written. Okay, like letter report or memo report. So the purpose of informal report is to fulfill an immediate requirement which doesn't require an elaborate analysis or any kind of presentation. Now, informal reports can be, as I have told you, informal reports can be classified into two types: letter report and memo report. Okay. Now, what is letter report? Letter report, yes, in the letter report, the format is just like a letter, the format, but you have to provide the required information. Okay, like, let me give you some example. Yes, here also written, you can see. Yes, suppose the director or some higher authority, suppose higher authority wish to know or wants to know, you can say wants to know list of the individuals recommended for merit bonuses, or they want a report for a legal proceeding. In that case, you can write letter report. Let me give you the format. Is the screen visible? The screen is visible or not? Please respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So here you can see letter report. The format is just like a letter, but it's a report. If you go through the sample copy, you will be able to understand what's the subject. Here, the negligence of duty by the staff in a showroom. Okay. And here, the secretary of the showroom is writing a report to the managing director about the negligence of a duty by the staff. So the format is just like a letter. You can see here letterhead, salutation, subject, yes, conclusion, and finally, if you want to enclose something, then you can add also enclosures. So the format is just like a letter, but it's a report. You have to provide information. So as the format is just like a letter, that's why it is called letter report. Okay. Okay. Now memo report. These are very common term, memos. And as I have told you that report is very essential part of professional communication. So you have to be familiar with all these terms, letter report, memo report, progress report, laboratory report, inventory report, interpretive reports. So you have to be acquainted with all the reports. You have to be familiar with all the terms. So memo or memorandum, it's a very common term. Here you can see it is a prescribed form which is used to send information within an organization announcing change or changes. It will be changes, sorry. Announcing changes in policy matters. Okay. So actually memo or memorandum or inter-office memorandum is used to provide information within an organization. Within an organization, that's why it is called inter-office memorandum. So within an organization, if we want to provide information, like suppose we want to send information to the managing director about the changes in policy matters, then we can write memo report. So within an organization, it is used, and it is very short in length. I will provide a sample copy. It is very short in length, and as I have told you, some examples, like suppose you want to announce changes in policy matters or minor administrative changes done, so or minor business matters, so not very serious issues, very simple matters, or within an organization, if you want to send information, then you can write memo report. Now a sample copy. Can you visualize the screen clearly? Is the screen visible? So the screen is visible or not? At first, tell me. You can see clear picture or not?
Visible but not clear.
Not clear, right? Okay. You can do one thing. I have also provided these these sample copies in the group also. From there you can also go through, and I will also upload these sample copies in the Google Classroom. From there also you can go through. Now in the memo report or inter-office memorandum, here at first you have to give date, okay, and then the subject also, or to whom you are writing this report, the name of that person, the designation of that person, then the subject matter, after that the main body, and then finally conclusion. So please go through the sample copies. You will be able to get a clear concept about writing memo report. And if you want more sample copies, you can tell me. I will provide more. Okay. So we have discussed about informal reports and two types of informal reports, letter report and memo report. Do you have any confusion regarding these two types? You can tell me. Then I will move on to other types of reports. But do you have any confusion up to that? Say Anjali, Arsia, Ashish, Akash, Mayank, Mili, Nutan, Muskan, Sonam, Sunita, Swastika, Tanupriya. Do you have any confusion? Sorry. Do you have any confusion? Okay. So no confusion.
Ma'am, what is memo report is about?
Okay. Memo report is about just information whenever you want to send any kind of information within an organization. Suppose you are a member of any organization and you just want to send information to higher authority, then you can write memo report. It is very short in length. Suppose you want to provide information about changes in policy matters, or some other changes in business matters, or some administrative changes. So in that case you can write memo report. It is very short in length, and whenever you want to send some information within an organization, that's why it is called inter office memorandum. So within an organization this type of report is written regarding very simple matters, not very serious matters.
And letter report is same, but we send the letter to the organization
Yes, we can.
beyond
Yes,
that
to other
office.
organization. Yes, but it's not that we can't write letter report to within the same organization. Yes, we can write letter report also within the same organization, but we can write letter report to other organization also. But memo report is written only within an organization. Here go through the difference between letter report and memo report. I think the concept will be clear. Letter report and memo report longer than memo report, and memo report, as I have told you, that shorter in length, so shorter than letter report. Letter report is used both for external and internal communication. This is what I want to say. Letter report can be used within an organization or out of the organization, but memo report is used only for internal communication. It is used only within an organization. This is the difference between letter report and memo report. And memo report is more informal, and letter report is less informal. I have provided the sample copies also. Go through the sample copies of letter report and memo report. You will get some ideas how to write. Letter report is just like a letter, the format is just like a letter. And in the memo report, you have to write at first date, then to whom you are writing, the name of the person, designation, after that subject, then main body, then conclusion. And it is very short in length. Just you have to provide the specific and relevant information. Okay. Now, informal and formal reports, right? Informal reports we have discussed. Please don't get confused. At first, reports, we can classified reports into two categories at first: informal reports and formal reports. Then informal reports can be classified into two categories or two types: letter report and memo report. Now formal report. Sorry, here other types of reports are not included. Actually, I forget. I will definitely include the other types of reports here. But remember that we can mainly classify it into formal reports into in these three categories: periodic reports, informational reports, and interpretive reports. There are other types also. I forget to include actually. I will definitely include. Okay. At first, periodic reports, right? Now, informal reports, what's the difference between informal reports and formal reports? As I have told you regarding informal reports, we generally write informal reports which doesn't require an elaborate analysis. Okay, it just fulfill the immediate requirement. That is, like, yes, if the managing director wants to know the current status of the employees, okay, or the production and all, then we can go for formal reports. No need to elaborate analysis. Now, in formal reports, you have to provide detailed and complete information, and there is a specific structure you have to follow while writing formal reports. There are different types of formal reports and you have to follow different structure. And more important is interpretive reports. Interpretive reports is just like technical proposal. You can remember technical proposal, very lengthy. So interpretive reports is just like technical proposal. At first title page, then technical section, management section, cost estimate and all. So finally, conclusion, you have to give detailed information. Interpretive reports is very lengthy, but informational, inventory, progress, laboratory, these are not as much lengthy as interpretive reports, but each type of report has specific structure. Okay, now first is periodic report or periodic reports. These type of reports are submitted annually, quarterly, monthly, weekly, or any other prescribed intervals in the routine of business affairs. Yes, periodic reports, if I give you some examples, like progress report is also a periodic report. Inspection report or laboratory report or inventory report, these are all periodic reports, and these are submitted at intervals, maybe annually or quarterly or monthly or weekly, according to the norms of the organization, but or at any other prescribed intervals. Okay, let me Okay. All these samples I have already provided in the group. If it is not clear, then you can go through these samples from the group also. In the group, you will also get the sample copies, and from there you can go through. The first example is progress report. Second one is, yes, laboratory report. Now, what is progress report? As you can guess from the name of the report, progress report, right? So it's about the status or the progress of a particular project undertaken by an organization. Suppose an organization undertakes a project. Now you have to submit a progress report about the status of that particular project, the work already completed, or the work or not completed yet. So you have to provide detailed information. Okay, so actually progress report is that report where you have to evaluate any particular project undertaken by any organization. The format, there you can see, again I am telling you, at first the name of the work or project you have to write down. Then you can see total work to be completed, then work completed till date, then work to be completed. First one is total work to be completed, then work already completed, and third is work to be completed, that means not completed yet. Okay, then possible date of completion, then any kind of if you have any kind of suggestions, here you can see if more funds, why and how much, extension of duration, increase in skilled or unskilled labor, and finally remarks. So you can see here progress report is about the current status of any project. The work already completed and not completed, what are the suggestions, how you can complete your work, or you can add some remarks and all. So you have to evaluate the entire project here in this report. This is called progress report. Very simple. Okay, these are all formal reports. Okay, informal reports we have discussed already, letter report and memo report, done. Now we are discussing formal reports. First is progress report. It's about the progress um, of a project. Now second is laboratory report. Okay, in the laboratory report, students or scientists can write about their experiments in the lab, or they can also write about the lab equipments, or if any other lab equipment needed, then they can also write here. So status of the lab, or if they whatever they if they have done any kind of research, so they have also included the about their research done here, the information. So it's about laboratory related work by maybe students or scientists. Let's go through the sample copy. Sample copy. In the laboratory report, at first It's about investigation or laboratory work. So the name of the laboratory at first, okay, then the name of the investigator who is investigating